I will have to say, I have 3 minutes, but before you start my time, I have a really great compliment for you, kid. That was a pretty good proclamation reading, better than any proclamation I've given in Hudson Oaks. So that was great. You put a lot of emotion in that. I like that. Mayor Marshall and Council, thank you so much for allowing me to speak to you. I am Mark Pavero. I'm the mayor of Hudson Oaks, and I am a candidate for Parker County Sheriff. I'm here just to introduce myself and introduce my candidacy to you. I do have 10 years of civic involvement as a P&Z member, an ESD3 board member, 5 years as a city councilman for the city of Hudson Oaks, and 3 years now as mayor. I also have a 24-year career in law enforcement, 20 of those years with the city of Fort Worth. Currently, I'm a sergeant, and I oversee the aviation unit. I fly helicopters, so it's a pretty cool job. It's really not a job, but so I'm really here as your close neighbor to say congratulations on being a proactive and forward-thinking governing body. You just picked up 230 acres from the city of Fort Worth, which reduces the square mileage that I'm going to have to patrol. But hopefully with this new career as sheriff, hopefully one day that will be my responsibility until you get your own police department, which I'll talk about here in just a second. So, but because you're forward-thinking and proactive, I did want to come here. This is my first stop, and you're my first council to address. I love the rich heritage, dynamic future motto of your city, because my motto of my campaign is honoring our past with a clear vision for the future. What you have before you is just a PowerPoint that we weren't able to put up on the screen today, but I just want to read through it right quick. As the next sheriff, what I want to do is propose the Aledo Police Department. The current agreement between the city of Aledo and the sheriff's office is something you've probably read. There are some highlights in here. I won't go through them, but you can read them. The current agreement has a deputy, or 3 deputies actually, for 6,000 hours a year, and that basically is one deputy. About 2080 is a year's worth of patrol time. But you also purchase one vehicle for the county every 3 years. You don't purchase it for the city of Aledo. You actually reimburse the county for that vehicle. So that is the sheriff's office vehicle. It doesn't belong to the city. Let me go right into some things that I've noticed. I did an open records request with the county. These are some crime stats that I've received from the Parker County Sheriff's Office. As you can see, over the last 5 years, from 2016, you see a rise in what are called Group A offenses. Group A offenses are listed there. There's your most serious offenses. From 2016, you can see a total of 63, leading up to 2019, 118 Group A offenses. Last year, 2020, obviously we had COVID. People were quarantined, sequestered. So also the county had an issue with their computer system. So their CAD system was not operating properly. And so you do have a reduction. I do believe that's an anomaly. What concerns me is 2021 through the first quarter, you have 44 Group A offenses, which if you carry that out through the year, will show that you also have a rise this year in Group A offenses. Right below that, you'll see 911 emergency response time. This also comes from the Parker County Sheriff's Office. You can see a reduction from 2015 from over 14 minutes to where we are now at 12 minutes and 24 seconds. But as you can see, from 2015 to 2021, there is no significant decrease in 911 response times. Now, these are calls for service that someone would call 911 for. These are not just reporting a dog in your yard or your neighbors being loud. This is someone breaking into your house, breaking into your car. So this is alarming to me. My plan for Aledo, if elected Parker County Sheriff, would create the first Aledo Police Department. This police department would be a 24/7 police department. It would be staffed by patrol deputies from the Parker County Sheriff's Office. And these deputies would actually be restricted to the city of Aledo. Right now, the Aledo deputy answers calls in the county. My plan would have the deputy actually be restricted to the city of Aledo unless there is an officer in distress call, or if there is an emergency 911 call outside the city limits of Aledo. Those are the only times that deputy would be dispatched outside of the city. We'd create a competitive process, so people that want to work in Aledo for the sheriff's office will be able to work for Aledo. So you actually have to put in to work for Aledo. This is not an assignment that you're told you're going to work for Aledo. You will have the opportunity to work for Aledo. It should be an honor to work for the city of Aledo. The patrol vehicles will be owned by the city of Aledo. You will not reimburse the sheriff's office for these vehicles, you will own these vehicles. These vehicles will be marked at your discretion. Whatever you want it to say on the side, that's what it's going to say. These are going to be the City of Aledo police vehicles. The deputies will be able to wear blue City of Aledo police uniforms, designed by you, patches designed by you. That's something that's very unique, but it does happen around the country. The City of Edgewood, Washington, and the Pierce County Sheriff's Office have an agreement just like this. And so these deputies would look like Aledo police officers, even though they're still employed by the Sheriff's Office. And it's perfectly legal under state law. Here's something that's very important. Myself, a member of my command staff, or the chief deputy will be at this meeting every month to address crime stats and answer any questions that you have. The Sheriff's Office will be held accountable for crime in Aledo when I'm sheriff. Here are the benefits: 24-hour, 7-day-a-week coverage that we hope will reduce Group A offenses. Now, these deputies will be patrolling Aledo when the crime is occurring. Right now, we don't know when the deputy is here in Aledo. Is the deputy in Aledo during the day, at night? Are these crimes occurring at night, during the day? We need to know that. So when those crimes are occurring is when those deputies will be here in Aledo. When I say that, if we have to ramp up to a 24/7, you can bring that back and bracket it up eventually, but we will put deputies in Aledo when the crime is occurring. We're going to create a police department that's unique to Aledo. The people of Aledo will be able to take pride in knowing that the deputies who are providing them service actually care about their community and want to get to know them. We're going to assign deputies who want to work here. They're going to take ownership here. And we're going to provide services at a cost that is 50% less than what it takes to operate a municipal police department of this size. In the city of Hudson Oaks, I know what it costs to operate a police department. It's $1.3 million. We can do that here for half that. And that's something that we can discuss after January 1st, 2023. This will also allow for a transition for the city of Aledo to start your own police department. It's a smooth transition, and it gives you time to grow. It gives you time to bring in property tax, sales tax, in order that's what you need, that's what you have to have in order to create your own police department. So that's all I have for you. I really appreciate your time, and I really would appreciate your support. Thank you, Ms. Mayor.
And thank you, Mayor.
I have my own meeting to go to now. Bye, everybody.